Ever found yourself lost in a fishing tackle shop and stuck between the 10-foot rods or the 12-foot rods? Well, trust me, you won't be the only one. So sit back, relax, maybe put the kettle on, hit that subscribe button and let Total Carp explain to you when and where 10-foot or 12-foot would better suit your angling. These new Black Widow Plus are the lightest ones in the Black Widow range that Daiwa have ever created, and they still pack a tremendous bit of casting power. So welcome back to Total Carp TV and thanks for joining me on the channel. In this video we're going to be taking a look at these, and these are the brand new Black Widow Plus rods from Daiwa. So in this video we're going to show you the 10-foot and the 12-foot versions, and we're going to test the 10-foots to see how far we can actually chuck them before they start to struggle. And then we'll incorporate the 12-foot rod. Same setup, same lead systems, and then when you go to the shop and check these out, you can make an informed decision on whether or not the 10-foots or the 12-foots best suit your angling. Now these lovely Black Widow Plus rods have a nice matte black blank, and the blank gives it a nice progressive action, meaning you can hit those distances if you need to, but it really gives you a nice enjoyable playing action. Now notice I said enjoyable there because fishing is all about enjoyment, and fishing means so many different things to so many different people on different days. So if you've got something that's affordable and enjoyable, that's kind of what it's all about, isn't it? And this rod range starts at $44.99 and goes to a maximum of $59.99. Now all the rods in the range have lightweight skeletal guides with a good tip speed as well to keep your casts accurate. The blanks are finished in a lovely matte black with a secure lock Daiwa reel seat with a shrink wrap handle, and all finished off with a lovely aluminium butt cap bossing the Daiwa logo. So like I said earlier, I've got the 10 and the 12 foots with me. Now in those lengths you also get a matching spot and marker. So you get a 10-foot spot and marker and you get a 12-foot spot and marker. But you also get a 13-foot fishing rod at 4-pound test curve, which comes in at $59.99 by the way. And that's perfect for your long chuckers or those bigger waters. But with such a vast array of rods in the range which cater for all types of UK and abroad waters, which one do you choose? Well, let's find out and let's go and put them through the paces. Right then, so starting off with the 10-foot 3-pound test curve. Now, the maximum casting weight on this is 3 ounces. I've put a 2.5 ounce lead on because that's how I would fish this venue. The main line is also 0.35, so it's 15 pounds all the way through. There's no point in me putting a casting setup on this and seeing how far I can chuck it. Well, not till the end of the video anyway. So I've set it up as a real life fishing situation. Now I'm going to use the same reel with the 12-foot as well, just so it gives you a proper representation of how an average angler can cast it and what sort of distances you can expect from these rods. So with a 10-foot rod, yes, margin and short range fishing is a given, so we don't really need to go over that. But realistically, when do these 10-foot start to struggle, and when will I need to grab the 12-foot rod? So let's start about 14 wraps, as that's quite a popular distance, and that's around about 56 yards. Oh, right, so they handled that easily, to be fair, at 14 wraps, a little bit too easily if I'm honest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to push it up to 19 wraps because I feel that that's possibly when your 10-foot rods start to struggle a little bit. Sort of 19 wraps onwards, you're really pushing it. But you have to remember these are $44.99 rods and I haven't used them before. Right, so let's give 19 a go. As I said, I'm not wellying these, I'm just putting what I would consider an average cast into it. Ooh. Yeah, so it's hit 19 pretty easily. It's got more in it, but as I said, we're trying to show a real life fishing situation, and I don't think your average angler would struggle at 19 wraps with this. I kind of have a bit of a rule personally that 10 foots is up to 19 wraps, and anything further you want to go to your 12 foots. That's bosh, so that's the clip at 20. 21. 22. So I got up to 23 wraps then, but I was starting to increase my hand speed, which isn't your comfortable regular casting, to be fair. So I definitely recommend these, maybe 19 wraps to be not necessarily your max, but when you go above that, you're trying to cast, you know what I mean? It's not a comfortable cast, it's not your average type of angler cast. But you got to remember, this is a 10 foot, £3 test curve. It's a 2.5 ounce lead. It's a 0.35 main line. They also do a £3.5 test curve in the 10 foot as well. So if you did want that little bit more distance, obviously you can get the £3.5 test curve. It does have more in it, but as I said, as a comfortable situation, close quarter combat with these, probably up to your 19, 20 wraps max. So I've swapped the reels round. It's the same setup, but these are the 12 foot £4. Now the 12 foots do come in 3, 3.5 and the £4 test curve as well. So there's a good range available there. But I've had a few chucks with this already, and I think 16 wraps is it just feels too short. 19, yeah, okay for a 12 foot rod. But I'm going to start off at 25 wraps. I'm going to go straight to 25 with a 2.5 ounce lead, and again 0.35 mainline, because you're hitting them easy. Yeah, so this is 100 yards this way. It's 25 wraps, and it's probably going to smash that. Yeah, so it's hit that with ease. Now, obviously, to a lot of people, 100 yards is still a long way, and that's my point on this. So that's a realistic fishing situation. It's a budget rod, but it's got a really good casting performance. So it's a 0.35 mainline. It's got a rig on it. It's got a 2.5 ounce lead on it, and it's still hitting that clip at 100 yards very, very easily. And that's what I think these rods are about, because your pleasure anglers who just want to go fishing and relax and enjoy the outdoors, they don't want to be blasting leads really, you know, straining themselves. Nice little chuck at a comfortable range with a comfortable cast to enjoy their fishing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to max this out, see how far these actually chuck with this setup, and then I'm going to get the spod rods out and I'm going to chuck the spod rods to see how far I can put them, and then I'm going to put a casting setup on this rod. So I'm going to go up to a 5 ounce lead, I'm going to go to a 0.33 mainline with a leader. Conditions aren't great, but got to remember the price range of these rods and good casting performance on these, and I personally want to see how far they go, and then you guys at home will know exactly what you're getting for your money. Right, so that's 30 wraps. Right, that's probably starting to get a little bit uncomfortable with a 2.5 ounce lead. So I think what it's shown me is, yes, these rods can cast. Very, very good performance again for their price point. So let's finish the video off. Let's see what we can get out of these with a casting setup, and yeah, and the odd spod rod as well. Right then, to start off with, these are clipped up at 40 wraps for the 12 foot £4 rod, 30 wraps for the 10 foot spod and marker, and then 40 with the 12 foot spod and marker. Right, so this one's clipped up at 40 wraps. So obviously this rod, you've got to remember, it's $49.99 this rod, and this is, I'm trying to hit the clip at 40 wraps. That's probably about right. Now I'm going to cast a little bit differently as well. It's not a regular cast, I would say this, so I'm going to have to step into it a little bit. Ooh, nailed it. So that's 40 wraps, and if you don't believe the distance, feel free to count the reel turns. So as I said, this is a 12 foot £4 test curve. They come in 3 and 3.5 as well. It's a $49.99 rod. Its optimum casting weight is 5 ounces. That's a 4.5 ounce lead. No rig on it this time. It's a 0.33 main line and a £50 shock leader. Got me closer. Brilliant. So 2 more casts to go. The 10 foot spod and the 12 foot spod. Again, I hope the video helps distance wise, because when you go into the shop and you look at these fantastic rods from Daiwa, you know exactly what they're capable of, and you also know what's the best one to suit your needs. Ooh, I hope the camera picked that up. So that's it, the clipper was still going. So I would say the little 10-footer is pretty comfortable up to maybe 32 wraps. Anything further than that, you've got to hit pretty hard. Now, before I get onto the 12-foot spud rod, I did make a few changes. I was getting 40 wraps using the super spud reel quite easily, so I wanted to push it that little bit more. But I ended up getting into the worst tangle ever seen on YouTube when I was wrapping it up again. So I went back to 40 wraps using the cross-cast spud reel. Yeah, that's got it. Bosh. Well, for me, I think these Daiwa Black Widow Pluses have exceeded their performance compared to what their price tag is. I mean, each cast, I could have put more in it, a little bit more in each one, but it's not about that. It's about, are these affordable rods fun to use, and can the average pleasure angler get good distances out of them? And yes, they can. Now, if you're a Daiwa fan, you will absolutely love these. And if you've not had Daiwa rods before, now is the perfect time to invest in the brand, use these rods and find out why Daiwa are one of the biggest and best in the business. But I've got to go because it's chucking it down, it's getting darker and darker and darker. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, jump in on the comments below, let me know what you think of these rods, and if you've got any questions, then let me know. I'll see you in the next one.